Uh, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I will not do things the conventional way because this is not a government event. So I'll be walking around. Thank you. Though I'm a government servant, okay? So my name is Arif, for those of you who don't know me. I am not known anywhere, okay? I'm not known anywhere. So currently I serve as the Deputy Director for the Property Inventory Division. Sorry, is something wrong? Okay. 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 All right, thank you. Okay. So I'm here to talk to you. I'll be walking around, so don't pay attention to me, just look at the slide. I won't read from the slide because I am sure you guys can read from the slide. Okay. I'll be doing this in Dwi Bahasa, so some of the languages and words might be a little jumbled up. I took note of some of the questions asked just now. I hope I don't get dizzy walking around. I took notes of the questions. You highlighted on overhang. Okay, you highlighted on the property performance. Before we proceed, can you give yourself a round of applause because if it weren't for the estate agents, I don't think any of them in this country will be buying homes. A round of applause again for all of you. Thank you for providing homes, for convincing people to buy and invest. Okay? I'm not selling anything, don't worry. Okay, I'm here to talk about the property market performance. Now, property has been something really close to my heart because I think it's close to everybody's heart. Everybody loves property because it deals with money. And I always say this, the data speaks for itself. Whenever you want to do something, whenever you want to go somewhere, you will have to look at maps, indicators, guides. It's going to take 2 hours, my session today, but I'll keep it short for 40 minutes, okay? I'll skip through some of the slides because, like I say, it's going to take like 5 to 7 minutes per slides, okay? Now, does it look bad? Does it look bad? When people say something, oh, the property market is bad lah, show me the evidence. Tell me where, how, which country, which state, what sector, okay? For example, I'm not going to mention the word Shopee and Lazada because I already did. I'm doing a Donald Trump one here. These are places that you should look into because some sectors require storage. Oh, kesian cameraman, you have to walk around now. Okay. Now, the transaction has increased significantly and we'll be launching our property market report on the 15th of March. Don't ask, kenapa lambat You ask your auditor who submit to SSM, 31st of March, siapa lambat? Okay, so transactions have increased, the volumes have increased. Show me and prove to me how bad the property market is, but show us your data, okay? And as a teaser for this upcoming property launch, I would say a majority, I'm not talking 51%, a large majority of sales, transaction and volume is contributed by sub-sales. And sub-sales are sold by who again? Okay, I hope you guys made your money. And please continue to make money. Okay? Again, I'm not selling anything, but this is what is shown. I can't release Q4 because embargo, Menteri tak lulus lagi. You have to wait on the 15th of March. You can follow us online, okay? There's a lot of money to be made. The figure is a bit, yelah, tak cantik lah, 4. Maybe you want 666. That's an omen, by the way. Okay. And as you can see, when we release our report, it's in the portal. You can search Napik portal. You can find my name there, finally. You can go from state to state and look at the indicators of the transaction. These are the major states, okay? This is the price range. Oh, I feel so big lah talking like this. No one is seeing me from behind, okay? You could see the share of each of the segment. Nampak tak where? Where you should focus on? If you look at volume, if you look at figure, you look at value, where should you focus on? Okay, I tak nak cakap lah sebab you all dah cakap kan. So rather than selling BMW and Mercedes, I remember your overhang question. I'll come up with that later. Rather than selling Mercedes and BMWs, why not focus on Saga and Myvi? I'm not selling cars, but think again. If the mass market requires that, why are you selling something else? Okay? Of course, what I said just now is already written here. Somebody mentioned overhang just now. Okay, I think you remind me so much of Freddy Fernandez, by the way. You look just like him. The guy in MIA, I think. Not MIA, sorry. One music record company. Okay, so we look at new launches, look at the performance. And when you mention overhang, not hangover, when you mention overhang, those that have been launched in the market more than 9 months, tidak terjual. You cannot sell. So, my question is, when developers, I hope they are developers here, I can't say things out of context because they are usually taken out of context, okay? When you launch, when they launch, did the estate agent or the valuers get consulted on the figures, on the ground sentiment? Do they? Now, ada tak developer cakap, you panggil itu agent tanya, boleh jual ke? Ada? Siapa yang cakap ada tu? Siapa cakap ada tu? Ada? Did you tell them the truth? Betul. If you tell them the truth, we will not have this problem since 1997. Tan Sri Wahid is a test. Sorry, pakai nama kejap. Tumpang nama. You see, why NAPIC existed is because Tun Daim, back in the days, was trying to figure out, kenapa berlaku overhang? It's not something new tau, overhang ni. Put it this way lah, it's like you goreng pisang terlalu banyak and you tak boleh jual. Or you make too many records or too many cars, tak boleh jual. You don't go around, tak boleh jual lah, tolong. No, you still keep quiet and sell them. Or at least convince the purchaser or investor to buy, okay? So, when you launch, there is unsold, not constructed, belum start lagi earthwork tak buat, okay? And there are those unsold under construction, and of course, dah siap, tak boleh jual. My question to all of you is, kalau dah siap, tak boleh jual, you make more under construction, tak boleh jual, and are those in the pipeline. Why? Traditionally, boleh jual punya lah, people always buy. You look at the population of Indonesia, Jakarta, Chittagong, I'm not going to mention Dhaka, Bangladesh, New Delhi. You look at the population of Malaysia as a whole. Plus minus, ini data daripada DOSM. Plus minus, I hope diorang hidup lagi lah. About 33, 35 millions. Oops, sorry. Plus the illegal immigrant. I'm not supposed to say that. So, per household, we have 4.5 person to one house. Ini tak masuk rumah kampung baru, rumah kampung, or those your parents dah bagi, or that those you buy for your children. I'm sure all of us do. Okay? Now, before you start anything, go anywhere, you pakai Waze or whatever apps yang ada, please look through this. Overhang via visual analytics. We call it UPISM. You have the data, but why don't you use it? Why? Okay? So, you can go through what year, you can look at the status, you can look at which quarter, sector, and which state. And it's updated every quarter, okay? Your question just now, my friend, overhang. What's the situation like? This is real. This is happening since 97, 99, and every year, every quarter it keeps happening because you still have homes yang tak jual, you still have units that are still vacant. Mind you, I did not put this in the slide, but you will be seeing it on our portal. Our occupancy rate for offices and shopping complex dropped to 70+%. And that's the lowest the past 20 years. But we are still building more malls and more office, purpose-built office building. Don't ask me why, ask me how. Janganlah tanya why. You guys should tell me why. Why you cannot sell, why you cannot rent. Okay? The statement is there. When it is all started? Okay? Bila? Can anyone in the audience tell me when roughly it all started? Anyone? I just mentioned 1997 just now. No, it started way before that. Because of overhang lah, adanya napik. We exist because of this. Because nobody collects the data. Nobody tell you, stop building, or there's too much apartments or condos in a place. No. They only come to the agents, I got 6,000 units lah to sell. Boleh tolong jual ke? How many agents you have? 51. Okay, pakil 51. Sorry, 50 tak boleh lebih 50 to help sell. So some of the super agents, I have to put both hands up. I respect you guys because you make people, baguslah tempat ni, boleh belilah, I can invest. 5,000 units. Every morning you'll be facing times 2 parking 10,000 cars leaving the unit. Not taking into account when that unit is being rented out. So you got 8 Bangladeshis next to you, 20 Nepalis staying next to you, and your daughter comes home and say, Father, takutlah, can you pick me up? But those are some of the issues. Why? Some newly launched properties are not popular because, as I mentioned just now, remember I mentioned sub-sales? Takkan dah lupa kot. They make up the bulk, not a simple majority, but large amount of transaction. Why is the market shifting to sub-sales? Why? Are you sure? Yalah, it goes both ways. Ada yang cheaper, ada yang tidak. Okay. I think I should open the slide and talk lah. Read from the slide better. Or you guys want me to continue talking? I have another 1.5 hours to go. Okay. So, look at the data. Remember, you see those 4 states? Okay. This vacancy will happen bila tau? When there's pilihan raya, because everybody goes back to their state to vote. Festive season. Chinese New Year, or Deepavali, or Hari Raya, or Christmas, or holiday season. You notice these places kosong. Because why? These are the places where they make money. Okay? So that explains why lah. Banyak. Sama juga during COVID, these states are the one with the most cases. I wonder why. Okay? And as I mentioned to you earlier on, okay, please look at the data before you start talking. Read the data and understand it. Embrace it. Criticize it. Then tell us what we do wrong. Okay? Nationwide. This, by the way, is our visual analytics. We're using Tableau. We'll be launching it. Unofficially, I boleh cakap lah. Officially, my DG, Surveyor Razak, will actually officiate the launch. Okay? This is visual analytics. Easier for all of you to understand. Because data is a very dry subject. For example, if I were to sit up here and start talking, if you look from the slide, you can see you'll feel bored, you'll feel sleepy, and definitely hungry after that. Okay? So, as you can see, these are all overhang. Tak boleh jual. Unless you people want to help the developer to make money, takut delay the payment lah, tu je. Okay? Then, this is by type. Again, why condo? Why? Exactly. But we keep doing it and we keep selling it. Like I say, we have enough population with enough amount of houses. Please question me back. If you don't, I will question any one of you at random and please answer back. Okay? Okay, the graph is more or less the same. Just the orientation is a little bit different. Okay? And as you can see, this is the price range. Okay. This is for Q3 2022. I think you can get the slides from the Secretariat if you wish to go through them. This will help you convincing people not to buy or to buy. But if people don't, they won't actually make a decision immediately. Okay. Now, this is the status. Since launch, as you can see, they say rumah mampu milik, affordable housing. But yang banyak tak boleh jual is in this category. Why? Are they not interested in buying? Are they moving to secondary market again? Please question this to yourself before you convince your about to be client or purchaser. Okay? But yang paling kurang between the 800 and 1 million and above gap. Okay? This is most popular. False illusion of future living. Oh, I live in a Soho. Oh, I could do apartment. I got condo, this and that. So I have nothing against condominium. I'm sure all of you own strata, but the false sense of illusion, of a fantasy, of a dream living in the so-called resort doesn't really happen. So you pay maintenance fee for the pool you can't have time to swim in. For the gym, you only get to see once a while. For the sauna, which is not properly maintained. For the lift that breaks down every now and then. And for those living in Selangor in KL, you know about the problem with the water supply. Not taking into account the power grid issues, blackout every now and then. This, we raised the question before when it all started. Okay. I'm going to skip some slides here. Okay. Again, this is on the visual analytics. Okay. Can I skip the slides because this is all just something you just look at and, can I? Okay. These are all figures which will bore you to not death, but close. Okay. Even Penang got the same problem. Okay. Now, there was a time when I called up my Penang branch, our Penang branch, and I called up a developer and asked, ada lagi tak unit tak habis jual 300,000 and below? Because your data tunjuk 4 unit saja yang boleh jual. But when I check through Google, there are 20 units for rental. Oh, sorry boss, dah habis jual. And I was like, dah habis jual, Penang? Okay. You nak beli, you have to wait for the next phase. So I was thinking, maybe not so bad in some states, but again, this data speaks for itself. Okay. This is in Selangor. As you can see, paling banyak kat mana Okay. KL. Okay. What Tan Sri mentioned just now, concur with what we have, concur with the, confirm the research done by RISM together with JPPH. By the way, RISM stands for Royal Institute of Chartered Surveyor. We look for indicators. Why these properties are not selling? So, yes, there is an element of mismatch. You don't build condos suitable to be suited next to the Mid Valley or in front of Berjaya Times Square in Ipoh for X amount of price when you can actually buy a decent terrace or CBD for that price. Example, if you were given a choice to buy a 400,000 ringgit apartment, 1,000 square feet, and a single story terrace about the same price, which would you choose? Landed or strata? Landed. You can park anywhere you want. You can extend the house. You know, you don't have to care about neighbors above you and below, only by side. And if it's a corner lot, only one side. Okay. So again, we highlighted just now about the comparison of the secondary market, the overhang, and the primary market, those newly launched from the developers here. Okay, again, as you can see the data, please understand it and try and embrace it. Okay. Okay. Now, the graph on the left, on the right, we had a few sessions with a few ministers. I can't recall, was it before or after the change of prime minister, because they keep changing. Okay. This is not your typical management committee at your condo or apartment. They keep changing every AGM, so it's more or less the same. I understand what it's like. Okay. So this study indicates that, yes, people are moving into the secondary market. Okay. Remember how nice it was when it started out with 50, 80,000 for a terrace house? Then it got higher towards the end. Look at this, yeah. When we actually tell our clients, now I'm not an estate agent, but my dad wanted me to be a valuer, so here I am now. Okay. So looking at the data, now we have gone through like 20, 30 years of experience looking at the property market. Things that we experience in real life, going on site, introducing it to clients, looking at the area grow until to what it is today, and compared to the newbies, your new rents coming in, they need to understand the data. You as seniors or practitioners need to actually understand and expand this knowledge to them so that they have a clear picture of what is going on. Okay? As I mentioned earlier on, in 2004, it may be priced that much. Okay, as time goes by, it goes up. Basic knowledge actually. Okay, and as time goes by, we may face affordability issues. Okay, is that the question now is, you guys should be asking is, are you sure we're facing affordability issues? Are people not earning enough to buy? I remember a statement done by a CEO. He said he came back from the States, started work with 1,800 pay, and that was 30 years ago. I think we still pay newbies or rookies or fresh graduates about the same amount. So probably that's one reason. Betul tak? Okay. So I'm going to leave this slide with the Secretariat. Okay. This is all more or less self-explained. You can read through it because some of us do this for bedtime reading. Okay. Okay. I forgot the name of the person who asked overhang, but I remember his face. What's your name again, sir? Sorry? Govin? Okay, thank you for the question. Okay. As Tan Sri mentioned just now, as I add on, and with the researches done by KRI, RISM, together with NAPIC, and INSPEN, Institute Penilaian Negara, yes, there is an element of mismatch, which I questioned earlier on. Were the estate agents properly consulted on sentiment issues? Were the valuers properly consulted before they embark on any type of development? We do not see, I cannot say honesty lah. Is an issue of pleasing your shareholders, investors, bosses, board of directors. When the bosses said, I want to build a mall at X place, do you think it's viable? You say, oh, tak boleh boss, you cannot. You break even after 20 years. There's nothing there. But if you say that, you lose the job. You lose the job. If one particular company were to approach all of you and say, I got 5 blocks of condos lah, Putrajaya, there's nothing there. And you say, I cannot sell now, tak boleh jual. You lose the job. What can you say? Okay, I leave that for you to answer. Okay. There are issues also on locational factors, on what surrounds the place. Okay, we're talking about why people are moving into secondary or sub-sales is because you've got an established network of amenities in that location. You've got schools, clinics, place to eat, wine and dine, you've got your LRT system and whatnot. And you even know where to send if you need babysitters around. They're all there. You start with a new scheme. Ulu Subang Jaya, those days, USJ. You start with a new scheme. You go like, hantar sekolah anak mana? I don't know lah. Babysitter, I don't know. Klinik, belum buka. 7-Eleven. You got to wait. You've got to wait. So, that waiting game is one. But you've got a lot of established neighborhoods with proper amenities and a lot of facilities. Which would you choose? I think you can answer that. Deep down inside, you would choose for something better. Good location, good access, LRT station ada, walaupun you tak pakai. Another issue on TOD, I'm not going to talk about sell and build system because this is another topic altogether, but we can discuss it further. I hope all of you are aware with TOD, transit-oriented development. Aware? Yes? Siapa tak faham, I got a 2-hour class on it. Okay. Now, for TODs, if you notice, those who use public transportation as LRT, your monorail or KTM or whatnot, these are the working class, those in the 300 to 500,000 or below 300,000 group. But you locate them in Subang, Bangsa, PJ, or KL Central. So you have a friend who drives a Porsche and go like, oh, I live in this area. Ada LRT tapi I tak pakai pun. My driver picks me up from work. So I said, oh, ni salah target lah. Salah target. But then again, that is something that we need to look at. Okay? Oh, I dah letak kat sini lah. Buyers are more subsale. But figure dia meningkat. It's not 82.1. It's a little bit more. It's a little bit more. Okay? And there's also a change in lifestyle. I forgot to mention that just now. Okay? Preference of renting over ownership. Alamak. Dah time ke? Okay. How many slides more do I have to go? Okay. So question is now, if you have enough shoes to wear, enough clothes to wear, enough food to eat, enough houses to live in, do we still need more houses? You tell me, do we still need more houses to be built? Okay, I hate to say what I'm about to say. But every year, memang ada orang lahir. Every 1 minute, there are people being born, babies being born. And every second, there are people dying. Okay. It's bad news for some, good news for some. There are those who benefit. For example, if, not me, someone like me, who's a wealthy millionaire, sorry Tan Sri, contoh je ni. Okay. He's got inheritance, a lot of properties to pass down to his offsprings. Now, the kid will say, I don't need to buy a house. My father will give me, or my mother will give me. So, tak beli rumah. Tak apa. Okay. But every year, there are people leaving colleges, leaving schools, leaving universities. Okay. Now, these people need homes. They want to live on their own. They want to be independent. But please, in reality, tell them, it's good that you buy this Soho. It's a 1-bedroom apartment. If you're not married, yes. The first few years of your marriage life, yes. But when you have 6 kids as you go along the way, okay, along the process, 1 bedroom doesn't cut it. 2 bedroom pun tak cukup. 3 bedroom pun tak cukup. So, it's good to plan ahead. So, these are your target groups actually. Those leaving the system, about to enter the job, about to find a place, about to get married. Okay? Okay, this is on the housing index. And the population. We mentioned population just now. Do we still need more homes? Do we? Okay, I know we need a lot of food and coffee, that's for sure. Okay. Okay. I think this is very basic lah. Very basic. fairly basic in the sense that all of you will talk about this when you want to sell anything. Okay, the good thing about agents is that, about us lah, in the property industry, you can make the location look good and you can make it look bad. You can tell the client, don't buy this one lah. This depan jalan nanti pengambilan tanah kena your house noisy, then there's rats, there's slope. And they go like, okay, I won't buy. But the other agent or valuer or property person will say, boss, this is the best location. Depan jalan, boleh convert jadi kedai. Oh ya lah, betul lah. I can get more rental income. Betul. Don't worry, people will come. Boleh buat car wash, boleh buat kedai makan. So, it's two sides of the coins. It's double-edged sword. So, your most dangerous weapon, my fellow brothers and sisters, the agents, is your tongue. No, I mean that literally. That's the most dangerous weapon you have. It can be used to make a person go bust, bankrupt, boleh buat orang tu untung. Unless you cannot speak, you go like, then tak boleh cakap apa lah. Okay, which, my question pada Pokeso tadi, ada tak agent OKU? Ada tak? Okay, tak ada tak apa. Okay, so this I've explained just now. Okay, which is why, okay, you guys want me to stop? Tak apalah, I stop now. Finish, okay. Now, you need all this. If you don't need all this, you need to be creative enough to tell, hey boss, you buy now, 24 months, 36 months, jalan siap, highway siap, LRT akan siap, which 90% of the time happen lambat. Itu je. Okay. Sorry, I have to tell you the truth. Okay. And I mentioned just now, you'll be getting a lot after this. You'll be getting a lot of companies, consultants from, companies from overseas, investors, shareholders, the board of directors, asking you, can you carry out a feasibility study? 1 page only. Tell me, boleh jual tak boleh jual? Boleh buat ke tak boleh buat? So, you have to tell them the truth. But, you can always tell them, but if you want me to create something nice, yeah, why not? Okay? Because, at the moment, to the best of my knowledge, only Melaka is the only state that enforces feasibility study. But you need to have an independent, honest, true-to-life feasibility study with the data supported from DOSM, NAPIC, or perhaps other, agencies. Because these are data collected. Tell them, we can't build this mall here now. At one time, there was overhang in Ipoh because of mismatch. Like I mentioned, that those condos are suitable to be next to Mid Valley or KLCC. Why you build them in Ipoh? It's not as simple as cut and paste. Kalau boleh, everyone will do that. Correct. It's best to build a road as wide as possible. They'll say, why you build Federal Highway? This was in the 70s. Why you build Federal Highway? Nobody using the road. Only to realize in front of Subang Airport, there's 5 lanes here, 5 lanes there. Then, added on with Kesas, NKV, Kesas, Laksa, Suka, Duka, and the rest of the highways coming in. Why? To allow the blood to flow freely. Not the blood, sorry, the traffic to flow freely. Okay? So, please bear in mind the feasibility study. You can download it in any format you want, or you can start your own. But be truthful and use the data to convince. Remember, you can use to build or to kill. Okay? And I don't want to mention the last sentence. I do not want to mention that. Because as any motivational talk you attend to, they'll say, the bird in your hand, alive or dead, it's up to you. So it's up to you, really. Okay? But make it not a mistake just because of what or a group of agents semua dapat nama yang tak wangi. Okay? So this is all self-read. You can go through it later on. Okay. You can give discounts. You can do a lot of things, but if people don't want to buy, they don't want to buy. If they can't afford to buy, don't make them afford to buy. Betul. Dia tak mampu beli, cakap, boleh bos, you can get the loan. 6 months down the road, NPL. Lelong. Not one, but like 80 units in the area. So, back to square one. Okay? And of course, all this is not being political, but we've mentioned this several times during our sessions with the government, with the ministers, with the state authority. Okay? Secretariat, perhaps you can give the slides later on. Yeah? Anybody wants the slide? Oh, I'm about to delete it later. Okay. This is the question. It goes 4 ways. 4 ways. Why I say 4 ways? Traditional notion that you sell, boleh jual. We have the agents. Don't worry, they are super agents. Boleh jual. Betul ke? If it's bad, it's bad. Yes, we try and sell it. Yes, we try and market it. But will it work in reality? Tak. Okay? So, most importantly is preparing a report or feasibility study to actually tell the investors, the shareholders, this is the correct figure, this is the correct demand, no mismatch. Okay? Now, are we selling to the public a dream lifestyle, or are we looking at affordability? It goes 4 ways because developer got their dreams also to maximize profit. And we also have dreams to close sales, right? But what about the purchaser? Are we giving them false hope? Nasib baik tak jatuh. Okay? So, how true is true? I leave it to all of you to think. Okay? These measures under the budget will be in our report on the 15th of March. Ini just teaser. I fast forward so that you all cannot snap photos. No lah, no. I'm just joking. Okay. Okay. Sorry. I thought I got all of you there. Okay. Again. Okay. Dah tangkap. But I think you can get the copy later on. Don't worry. Okay. What you all should be questioning is the tax exemption. Does it apply to primary sales market from developer to purchaser? What about sub-sales? I think they should. We have suggested that, but tak nak komen lah. Nanti kena gam pula. Okay? This is all things you people should be taking advantage of, yeah? Okay? Especially that increased guarantee of 5 million to syarikat jaminan kredit perumahan. Especially for gig workers. Those in the gig economy don't actually have a pay slip. But when they accidentally forgot to take out their bank slip, I'll go like, banyaknya duit kau. 500k from doing what? Tak adalah, business kecil-kecil. Jual vape. So, these people might fall within this category. They need to invest their money in the proper place. Not on Shopee or Lazada. Okay. So, this is a question. Tak boleh cakap, tak boleh komen. You take down the questions and write a sentence. Nanti secretariat akan kutip. No, tak payah. Just joking. Okay. We do not have a crystal ball to predict the future. We don't. What we say is based on past and track records. But having said that, I mentioned at the initial stage of the presentation, the data speaks for itself. And when sub-sales at Q3 was 82.1%, before I end, please give yourself a round of applause. And congratulations to the agent that closed the deal on the island. He's here in the crowd, I hope. Is he? Ada kan? Okay. Congratulations to the agent who sold the island. Yeah? Sabah, in Sabah. And I hope all of you prosper this coming years, because if it's 82.1 in Q3 post-COVID, when things were bad, things were not picking up, I'm giving a pep talk lah, Mr. Soma. This is not a motivational session, tak apa. It's not. It's just something, this is the truth. This is the truth. And when Q4 comes up, you'll be surprised. 2022, as compared to the highest volume and transaction compared to 2014 is a lot higher. And it will continue to grow, insyaAllah. I cannot say lah because tak ada crystal ball kan. It will continue to grow. But it's all not in your hands, in your tongue. Speak the right words. Prepare the right report. And tell them, you buy this, in 5 years you can sell, or you can keep as a rental or whatnot. Tell them the benefits of it, okay? And I would like to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart for giving homes, providing services to all our fellow countrymen and women of the country. Thank you. Without the agents, it's quite difficult. With that, this is our website. Feel free to go through. I hope you have enjoyed my lousy presentation. Okay. Back to you, Mr. MC.